This week's Torah portion of Parshat Pekudei completes the Sefer of Shmot, by which we all proclaim Chazak, Chazak, v'nitchazek. Let us be stronger, and let us strengthen ourselves. This week also ushers in the time of Purim, of Adar, the holiday of Purim that beseeches from us and requests from us l'smoach, to be happy. Mishenichnas Adar marbim besimcha, la'yudim hayta ora v'simcha v'sason v'ikar. But the golden question, the question that really beseeches us to ask, is what does it mean to have simcha? What does it mean to be happy? It's a question that I ask myself consistently, particularly in the predicament that I find myself. To become happy is very hard work. It's not easy for me to achieve happiness. My son this past week asked me, Abba, what does it mean for you to be happy? How do you achieve happiness? That is the golden question that all of us contemplate consistently, I imagine, during the course of our lives. And hopefully we get or arrive to some kind of answer. It happens to be that in this week's Parshat of Pekudei, Rav Shamshon Raphael Hirsch addresses very briefly this question. And he says as follows on the Pasuk in Perek Mem, Pasuk Mem Gimel, Vayar Moshe et kol ha-melacha v'hinei asu ota kasher tziva Adonai kein asu Vayavarech otam Moshe. Moshe looks, he surveys the area of the construction of the Mishkan. He sees that it is in its completed state. He's filled, obviously, with a level of satisfaction. And it says again, Kain Asu, they completed, they did the works of the Mishkan. And only then Moshe blesses Bnei Israel. He is in charge to offer them a blessing because of what he sees, the consequences of completed work. Asiyah, doing. Rav Shamshon Raphael Hirsch says a tremendous insight, just a few words that discuss the concept of simcha based on this completion of the work. Simcha zu al milui chova b'itlaavut. This type of happiness that a person can experience as a result of their completing a task with satisfaction, with euphoria. Cherut zu sheba sham'u b'kol Hashem. This liberty to be able to know that I have listened to Hashem. Ba'al Adam dafka. This arrives at a man, kasher hu misha'abed atzmo legamre leratzon Hashem. He gives himself over to completing a task in the name of God. Davar ha'mevi tchusha shel mimush atzmi. Something that brings a person to a state of completion, of succession, of satisfaction, of gratification, of having completed something in their lives. V'simcha she'ein la ach v'reya. This is happiness that is incomparable. This is the greatest level of happiness that one can experience. In other words, the Jewish definition, the Torah definition of happiness is not pleasure, and it's certainly not something that one can buy. As the Beatles used to proclaim, money can't buy you love. Happiness from a Jewish perspective means satisfaction as a result of investment, as a result of earnestness, as a result of completing tasks. I see something that I've worked hard in. I view it. I see the asu, the asiyah, the amount of energies that I invested in order to arrive at the completion of the task. Vayevarech otam Moshe. Then I can enjoy the blessing. That is the blessing of happiness. So let us understand. Simcha from a Jewish perspective means that one has to work hard to arrive to that simcha. It is not something that is a euphoric state. It is a state of euphoria as a result of my having invested and my having completed what I am trying to accomplish in this world. Offering meaning, purposefulness, and construction in this world, that is simcha, happiness from a Jewish perspective. I have said this over and over, time and time again. When it comes to someone who, God forbid, is suffering from a mental health obstruction or mental health challenge, they have to understand, or we have to understand for them, that offering the opportunity to produce in this world, offering them the opportunity to complete a task, to be a part of something where there is asiyah, where they are moving, where they are doing, where they are completing, where they are offering, and feeling that they truly are productive to society, that they have something to contribute to society, that is what ultimately will help bring them to happiness. Every person needs to have meaning in this world. people who are challenged also want to feel, I too have something to complete. I too have something to contribute. And that's why it's so important for us to focus on this particular means, on this particular innuendo, in order to ensure that people who are suffering from or dealing with mental health challenges, that they too are given opportunities to prove themselves, that they too have certain goals that they want to work towards. They may be small in our minds, but they're very, very large and tremendous accomplishments in theirs. So we have to concentrate on that. Remember that this is the lesson that we can learn from the completion of the Mishkan, the tabernacle, that holds and charges us with the sanctity of God within. Every person has the sanctity of God within themselves, and every person as such can successfully complete their own tabernacle, their own Mishkan. Only through this can we proclaim at the end, after everyone looks and surveys their work, they can say, Vayevarech, there is bracha, there is blessedness, there are blessings as a result of what I bring to this world. And as a result of that, hopefully they can proclaim, Chazak, Chazak, v'nit chazek. I will be strong, I will continue to strengthen myself, and I will bring strength to this world through my accomplishments. This is the Jewish way, it is the Torah way, and it is certainly the Gila way. Shabbat Shalom.